Hi guys, it's good to see you. Welcome to this lecture on controlling. So, what is controlling? Like, where do you use this word? Oftentimes you say things like, hey, control your temper, or control your diet. Or maybe you say, hey mom, where's the remote control? Or, wow, look at the control tower. These are the words control, right? So, what is control in MOB? Well, let's take a look. Over here, you see there are four main steps in a typical process cycle. We start off with planning, then moving on to organizing, then to leading, and lastly to controlling. So life is just like this cycle of works, right? I'm going to give you some examples using myself. So we all start off with planning. We plan our lives. Like I plan to do many things. As you already know, if you have been following my lectures, one of my plans is to
Lose weight. Oh.
I still haven't anyway, to lose weight, I have to plan for it. I set goals for it. I want to lose 5 kg. I have an objective. I want to look great. I have a strategy. I am going to target my diet and my exercise. My plans are pretty cool. Like, I've been learning a lot of cool stuff like parkour, lifting weights, eating protein, etc. Moving on, next would be organizing. So I have been organizing my life, right? All of us have to organize our lives. I start to get some structure. For example, I have a regular workout plan. I wake up every morning at 7 a.m. I will go for a run, and there is a schedule that I follow. I set my alarm clocks. I do weights on weekdays, and on weekends I do cardio. I do parkour as well. And part of my organizing is my diet. I restrict my diet to certain foods. I don't really take a lot of chips and candies these days. No more bubble tea. Nope, nope. I organized my life such that everything should be in control. And also, I organized my wardrobe. Like I start to get more fitness clothes, more gym shoes, um, gym attire. So I changed my favorite brand from Forever 21 to Under Armour, for example. That's how I do by organizing my wardrobe. Thirdly is leading. So moving on to leading, I do things like motivating myself. Like, come on, I need to wake up every day at 7 a.m. There are days that I fail, I can guarantee you, in fact, many days. I had to find leaders, influential leaders to follow. Example, I go to Instagram and I follow all those cool fitness leaders who post a lot of motivating statements and pictures to motivate me in my diet, my workout. I follow their advice. I also join groups to get group help, to get like peer support. That will be under leading. And lastly is control. So what is control? Okay, so right now I plan to lose weight. What I have to do is I have to monitor myself. So by now I wanted to lose 5 kg in the year 2020, and at the halfway mark I should be losing 2.5, right? So I went to weigh myself yesterday and I was like, no, I haven't lost 2.5. In fact, I haven't even lost 1 kg. I only lost like 0.1 kg, and I think that's just water weight. Oh dear, that's really bad news for me. So, corrective action, right? I don't know, I think I'm doing something wrong. I'm not sure what. So control is like that. It's the process of monitoring activities and ensuring that things are being accomplished as planned. And if it is not being accomplished as planned, then I would have to take some corrective actions to ensure no deviation. So control basically is two things. First, you monitor your performance, and if it's not up to your standards, then you take corrective actions. So what are some of the corrective actions I'm going to take? You find out. So why is control important? Okay, let me give you an example. There was once, right, back many years ago when there was no circle line. I wanted to get from Ang Mo Kio to Bedok. So I don't drive, so therefore I take the MRT. And if you are familiar with the MRT system from Ang Mo Kio to Bedok, first you take the red line from Ang Mo Kio all the way to Raffles Place. Then after that Raffles Place, you need to interchange to the green line. Then from Raffles Place to Bedok. That's how we used to get to from Ang Mo Kio to Bedok before Circle Line existed. Yes, yes, there was a time when there was no Circle Line. I'm not sure if you were born, right? So okay, I was actually reading a book. I was really engrossed in the book. So I was on the train from Ang Mo Kio to Raffles Place. It took about maybe 25 minutes. I was really happy reading the book, and when the announcement said Raffles Place, Raffles Place, then I got out, and then I just like blindly just went to the other platform and then boarded the train at the opposite direction because I saw green color, like at the top green board. So that's the green line. Yes, I boarded the green line. Okay, so I got in the train, doors open, close. I sat down, took out my book, continued reading. I was so engrossed, and I was like, all right, I'm going to read it. I was oblivious to what's happening in the world. And before I know it, Jurong East interchange, doors opening. Oh my gosh, what? I want to go to Bedok, but I ended up at Jurong East. Oh my gosh, I took the wrong direction towards Jurong. You know what? Throughout the journey from Raffles Place to Jurong, not once did I bother to check where I am. Not once did I bother to do any controlling. My goodness. You know, when I saw I was already at Jurong East interchange, and then I was sitting there like dumbfounded, like, oh my gosh, I need to go to Bedok. Why am I at Jurong East? And then the train lady just came and she said, hello, ma'am, can you get out of the train? Please exit the train. I'm like so blown. I just take my book, walk out. Then I just stand there like stone like that, look here and there, like what am I gonna do now? I don't even know where am I. And then I am so freaking late for my appointment, right? I was like FML. FML stands for Fantastic Marvelous Life, right? So that's an example. We have to set some control and check to see if we are on target. This is like basic life. So there are three reasons why we do control. First, we have to plan. We have to make sure we are on track and on target. Number two, it's to empower employees. So having some control will give managers some information on how people are doing and to help when necessary. Number three, it's to protect the workplace. So if you have control, you will ensure that things are safe and there will be minimal dangers or disruptions to the work environment. Let me give you some examples. So in this example, we have Nike, right? You know Nike? I don't know now, like not popular anymore, huh? Everybody's wearing Under Armour. Like me, I used to own a lot of Nike shoes. Then after that, I don't like it anymore. Then I like put it in the storeroom. Then I start wearing Under Armour shoes. Okay. Anyway, Nike used to be very popular back then. Maybe now still a little bit. So Nike back then in 2 years ago, they reported this shocking news that they missed profit targets. So it's rarely that it happens. Like they didn't expect it. They thought they were on track. They thought they are doing well. They thought Nike is great and Nike is also popular, so powerful. But little did they know, a lot of strong competitors like Under Armour, they came in and diluted a lot of the market share that Nike has. So because Nike didn't do any control, they were shocked. They were like, oh, what? We didn't hit our target. Oh dear, what happened? Just like me, oh man, I'm at Jurong East, supposed to be at Bedok. What happened? This is like an example of not having control, and then you realize you missed target. Another example. This is very, very popular, huh? Is like, I don't know if you were born, huh? SQ006. Look it up. Very tragic. Okay, it's the first and possibly the last, hopefully, only Singapore Airlines crash that happened. Very, very sadly, it happened in Taiwan. And what happened was the plane was going to take off, and then there was a typhoon. Then the pilot didn't check. There was some equipment on the runway, and then the plane hit it. Then wow, started to fly, then and then it crashed. Yeah, it's really sad. And so this is another example, like failing to check, to control, to see whether you are doing okay, you are doing well, whether there are anything going wrong that can result in very severe consequences. It can be a matter of life and death, right? So we got to be vigilant, we got to be observant, we got to be always checking to see where we are right now. Are we doing okay? This is one way to ensure that things are going well. Okay, so that's it for this section. I'll see you in the next.